have too many releases coming from the usual brands, I decided to go ahead and take a pair of shoes from Represent, which will be a British brand. Hello guys, and welcome back for a brand new review. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing and also giving me a like. It will really help out the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. In today's video guys, we're going to have a look at a pair of shoes coming from Represent. So let's go ahead and take them out of the box, which as you can see will come in the regular box in this glossy white to cream box, which is actually quite simple. This one will just have Represent written here on top of the lid. So let's go ahead and take them out guys. So as you can see inside, besides the actual shoes, we're gonna have a second pair of laces in this dark gray colorway, and we're also gonna have this dust bag in this cream color, which will have written Represent in this black color here in the middle. So in today's video guys, we're gonna have a look at this very interesting pair of Represent Viper. This is not a brand new release on the market guys. If I'm not mistaken, this one dropped somewhere around a year ago, maybe less than that, and the retail price for this one at this time is gonna be £225, which at least in my opinion seems slightly a bit steep for a pair of shoes coming from a brand which is available for around 2 to 3 years. But as I've said in my previous releases coming for a pair of Represent shoes, the quality of the materials are actually quite good. Most of the times we are getting shoes made out of leather and suede materials for most of the upper, but as you can see for this Viper release, we're gonna have mainly a very breathable mesh, which on top will have some leather overlays and nubuck as well. So for sure, at least in my opinion, I find that this one has a very interesting design, but yet again I feel that the actual price is a bit too steep. So in case you are not a big fan of this cream colorway guys, it seems that this one is gonna come in a triple black color as well. And we also had like a triple white as well, but to be honest I didn't find that anywhere. About a month ago I actually made a review for that brown pair of boots, which it seems that it had the same midsole as the today's pair, which for sure will add a lot of weight to this overall shoe. So let's go ahead and also do a breakdown of this one guys. So as you can see for this upper, you're gonna have a mix of a few materials. One of it will be this nylon mesh material in this cream color, which for sure will be quite breathable. So on top of this cream mesh material, we're also gonna have some leather material as well, which will be present here at the front of the toe section. It will also go to the actual lacing system, and it will also cover the whole heel section as well, where we're also gonna have this Represent logo stitched. We're also gonna have a small pull tab just above it, and covering the whole heel section, we're also gonna have this cream nubuck as well. As in for the actual lacing system, you can see that at the bottom we're gonna have these loops in this white color, which will also have some reflective hints on top, and the top eyelets will be these punch out holes, which will keep in place these cream flat laces. And as I said earlier, in the actual box you're also gonna receive a second pair of laces in this dark gray colorway, which will match perfectly with the gray elements throughout all of the shoe, which will start here at the front on this leather patch, and it will also be present here in the midfoot as well, which it seems that this one will represent the actual fangs from a viper snake. And underneath these laces guys, we're gonna have a very nice tongue, which will have the same mesh material, which as you can see on the middle will have some leather, and also at the top we're also gonna have this Represent logo. Going now inside of the shoe guys, for this one we're gonna have this brown lining, which I need to admit that at least for the collar section it has a very good amount of padding, which will keep your foot quite good in place. And also at the bottom we're gonna have foam insole, which will be in the same brown color as the lining. And here at the heel section we're gonna have this represent lettering in this white to gray color. One thing which I will need to add is that this foam insole doesn't seem to be too thick, and for sure this one won't add an extra level of comfort to this overall shoe. So now guys, we can go to this translucent rubber midsole, which, as I've said earlier, will add a lot of weight to this overall shoe, and this one will also be quite high as well. So the design, I would say that it's quite simple, at least for the front part of the midsole, but as you can see at the back we're gonna have these R letters. So now guys, we can finish with this rubber outsole, which as you can see will just have these gray patches imprinted here at the heel section, in the midfoot, and also some at the front as well, which will have these represent logos, which if I'm not mistaken was the same for that pair of boots which I reviewed the other month. Most definitely I would say that this one will give a very good grip. As in for the actual sizing guys, for me as I have a skinny feet, for this one I just went with my true to size and this one fits me just fine. And I would say that it's going to be roughly the same for people with normal feet, but just in case you have wide feet guys, most definitely I would suggest to go with at least a half size up, just to make sure that this one is not going to be too snug for you. So overall guys, this pair of represent Viper shoes in my opinion has a very interesting design, and as usual quite good materials as well. But this time we won't have your usual materials, which will be leather and suede or leather and nubuck. For this one we're gonna have mainly this mesh material, which for sure will make this one a very good pair of shoes for summer. And on top of this mesh we're gonna have a very nice tumble leather and also some nubuck here at the back, which for sure it's looking quite nice. As I said earlier, the designs coming from Represent, they are usually quite nice alongside the materials as well. But yet again we're gonna have this very heavy midsole, which will add a lot of weight to this overall shoe. And in case you are not a big fan of heavy midsoles, this is not gonna be for you. And of course, as this one will come at a retail price of £225, which will be around $250 US, for sure this is not gonna be cheap in any way. So yeah guys, this was my unboxing and reviewing of this pair of Represent shoes, which is called the Viper. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to press the like button, maybe also subscribe to the channel. You can also give me a follow on Instagram and TikTok to see exactly what I'm going to review in the next few days. Of course, if you want to have a look at any of my other reviews coming for a pair of Represent shoes, you can choose from any of the videos which you have now on the screen. And as always, I will see you in my next one. Thanks for watching.